Alrighty guys, what is going on? Good to have you guys on here. Good to be on. Sorry I have been trying to come on, but I am live going over today's trading day. Yesterday down 350K. Today up 173K. Alright, so some weird times. I'm going to go ahead and explain this here in a moment. I'm just going to get everything set up. Hope you guys had a great trading day. I hope you guys subscribe to the NoMicroTrade.com community. Click on the icon below for me new videos. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Helps the channel out a ton. Alright, so give me about 20 more seconds or so. We're going to say 25 more seconds starting now, and I should be ready to go. Alright, there's this, there's that. So I need some top runners here. So we're going to go with this gallery. Boom. Then we're going to go like this. Today's top runners. There's that. Veru. We also had NVTA, we had Top, that one's coming back, DMS, and TGO. I think that was it, right? TGO. Alright. Cool. Alrighty guys. So, we're live here at NoMicroTrade.com. Let me go ahead and go live on TikTok. Alright, cool guys. So we're live on all platforms here. Appreciate you guys for subscribing to the NoMicroTrade.com community. Clicking the icon below for making videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Helps the channel out a ton. We're going to go ahead and go over to the trade day here in a moment, but we're going to give everybody a second to kind of trickle on in. I'll be ready to go. People are in here in about 20 seconds or so. Alright. Thanks for joining us. What's going on, Quinn? What's going on, Alan Fishing? What is going on, TY? What's going on, Kite? Yep, glad to be on. So, we'll say this, it's been some wild times, to say the least. Yesterday I shorted NVTA, and man, did I pay the price. So I'll go over yesterday. We'll start with yesterday and how I did that, and then we're going to go over today here in a moment. Okay, so let's go back and look at NVTA yesterday, which, by the way, traded $1.2 billion yesterday. Alright, what's going on, JJ? What's going on, Todd? What's going on, everyone? So, those of you guys tuning in, it is true. Yes, I lost 350 grand yesterday, and today I made 173,000. So I made about half of it back today. You guys able to hear me? Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. Alright, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. So let's look at top really quick. I just want to see if this needs to be on watch tomorrow. Kind of does. No, never mind. Sorry. Anyways, so all right. So yesterday. All right. So yesterday it was my girlfriend and I's anniversary. Went to the Mariners game, and we had great seats right behind home plate. I love the Mariners. She likes going, and so NVTA starts popping up, right? And I'm up about 15 grand on the day. I'm kind of gonna take it small, and I have my covers set at 399. I think it was 398, and then like a couple of smaller ones down here. Luckily, I took some off into the sell-off. My short average was 417. To me, it looked like a solid short. I was going to cover some. And then I didn't cover quite a bit. I would have been all out. Probably would have been started shorting up in here and would have made things different. But let me explain. So right around in here, we left for the game, right? And I'm seeing this thing perk up on my phone as I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I'm seeing this right here, or sorry, no, I left to the game like right in here somewhere. And I saw this thing start perking up, and I have my limit covers down here. And now I'm on my phone, and I see this thing start to perk as I'm driving the game, and I'm like, okay, this is a good short opportunity. But I can't see the volume, I can't see the chart, I can't see the time in sales. Not only that, but I'm shorting on my phone with size. And let me show exactly what happens here. So I'm driving and I see this thing start to perk up, and I know I have 36,000 shares of this thing short. So all I'm trying to do is get out of this position. And what do I mean by get out of it? Well, I'm trying to work my way out of it. I'm trying to add all the pops, sell the covers, and end up breaking even or making a little bit of money to get myself to wiggle myself out of this, right? Reality is, if you look at this, there ain't no wiggling to be done. I know that it popped up here, came down, but by this time, I think I'm in like 70,000 shares. And now, I'm trying to, I'm trying to limit sell, or market sell, but I can't because I have limit orders set underneath the buy price. I'm getting rejected because it says watch sale or something. So now I'm trying to cancel these orders on my phone, then get short on my phone, and locate on my phone, and accept the fees on my phone. And this thing is going crazy. And this is a textbook short. I probably hold this overnight if I'm at home and I end up making a solid amount of money today, and my account's probably at 1.1 million. At least, maybe 1.2. And the reality is, today if I hold that short, I'm about 100 grand. It's just that I wasn't, and then I'm fat fingering, so I'm limit selling as I'm going up. I have no idea what price I'm getting filled at. I have no idea if I'm getting filled because I'm driving. Luckily, I get off the driving about right here. And I'm sitting here now, I'm in the Diamond Club, and I'm watching this thing, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Trying to work my way out of this thing, I'm like, okay, finally, we're going to fail right here. Trying to work my way out of this thing here. This wick here is pretty crazy. This volume just wicks it up. It's SSR, I know this. And I can't see, if SSR if there's a lot of shorts, because if there is, you'll start to see the ask start to stack. I can't see that either. That's a good tell if I'm in this position right, or if there's a lot of shorts trying to get in. And if I can see the shorts trying to get in, then I know they're going to get squeezed up in here, so it helps my covers. Anyways, long story short, me trading at the game on my phone with that much size, that's probably the first time I've used the app shorting, especially with that much size. And I learned my lesson. I started to fat finger some in here. I couldn't tell if I had locates. I was getting rejected up in here. If I had locates, I think I added a ton of shares, not knowing that I even had shares, not even trying to add that many. It was a freaking nightmare, okay, to say the least, right? And long story short, I would play this stock so many times. I know that I would, if I was at home, I would have played this. I would have been shorting up here, covering in here, shorting up here, covering in here, and this probably would have been a short for me overnight, to be honest. Smaller size, we're talking probably 200 grand, maybe 250 grand overnight short. But what do I wake up to with that kind of position? 100, 150 grand. Let's just say 100, but still, And meanwhile, yesterday I'm green instead of red. It was frustrating. And me trying to cover, that's a whole nother nightmare. I'm on my phone trying to cover in lots. I think I'm getting filled. I'm not getting filled. I shit you not. I don't even care. I shit you not. I'm sitting in Diamond Club on my phone. Girlfriend's across from me. We're having a great time, and I'm literally laughing. And I know that's not me trying to be cocky. I'm just sitting here being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm sitting here like, what is going on? I can't tell where I'm getting covered. I'm trying to figure out where I find if I'm covered or not. This was just a complete nightmare, to say the least. And at the end of it, I finally got out. Luckily, I covered like 50,000 shares. I got filled right in here. That was it. That was the end of it. But holy crap, what an expensive ticket. I'm sitting here. And I'm always going to trade on my phone. I know this. But what I didn't, and I'm in a state where I have some cushion and I got a little more aggressive because I have been doing well. And, but man, and this is such a rare setup too. This thing traded $1.2 billion, hardly any pullback, straight up. Liquidity was there. I mean, you could have shorted a ton. We're talking a ton of size. Hold this overnight, cover down here, and you got plenty of liquidity to cover. And then of course I end up trying to long it down in here, and I sell some right there, and then I get stopped out the rest, and this is dead bottom and a nice bounce of $1 a share there. That's some solid liquidity, solid price action there. Look at this, $1 a share with tons of liquidity. You could make good money on the long there. So, anyways, I was sitting there laughing. I had a great time at the game. It was a great Mariners game. It's all on me. At the end of the day, I'm the one who made this trade. I screwed up, and my account shows it. I can't get that money back. It's gone. It's gone in the markets. People took it on the long side, and that's fine. I'm willing to pay my tuition. Like anything else, guys. We're going to make mistakes as traders. You're going to have flukes. You're going to have broker problems, which I did. Like I said, that's what I meant to say. I shit you not, my broker went out twice on me in the midst of all this. 150,000, 160,000 shares short. My broker goes out. I'm frozen on my phone. Hardly have any service in the Diamond Club at this point. I can't quite get onto the Wi-Fi. I have to re-log in twice. It was one thing to remember. I'll tell you that. It was something to remember. And the reality is, I know if I'm at home, if anything, I might take a $30,000 to $40,000 loser max. I do think I could have pulled at least 50 grand out of the name to end the day. I wouldn't have done anything crazy because the pullbacks weren't good enough. But, wow, what a freaking, like I said, laughing my ass off yesterday. I mean, not actually laughing my ass off because, it is what it is. But, like, kind of just sitting there just like, it took me about 20 minutes to swallow it. The game started, having food, enjoying the Mariners. By the middle of the game, hardly even remember it. I'm playing it, and then all I'm doing at the game is enjoying my time and thinking about how I'm going to get it back tomorrow. Siga was on my watch list. Long story short, we'll go over MBTA one more time. Really quick, since it was such an expensive loss. You think you're addicted to trading? No. I'm not, but I love trading. It's my life. So I started shorting up in here. I don't even know where I was getting filled. I wish I had yesterday's charts, but I had like a 5.14 average, or maybe that was wrong. I don't even know. But anyways, I started shorting all the pops as I'm going up. And in the midst of brokerage, driving, you name it, I lost money on it. And that was that. So, SIGA, nice little long today. My plan was to buy this in the open and then long all the dips. What did I do? And that's if we started making a gap. I needed to see it go above 23 before I started taking the trade. Got about 23, started taking it, buying all the dips here. You can see me buying all the dips, and then I'm scaling pieces in here, and then in the close I'm scaling as well. And that was it. That was about $187,000 trade on that. So I made up about half of that in one day, which is awesome to see. I'm going to have to grind back, but I know I will. I just got to keep sticking to my plan, my process, my strategy. Why do I like SIGA? Go to the yearly. You can see an ascending triangle here. Gapper. Guys, this kind of reminds me of the same thing with mRNA when we had COVID. This thing started at $11, went to $4.97. We can go back to NVAX. Similar concept, $3.57, all the way to $331. SIGA, I believe this has to do with monkeypox. Cases are getting worse, continues to climb for us. And that's that. So, kind of a similar concept. Traded, I believe, $275 million on the day. Pretty liquid on that guy. And was able to take about $173,000 on the day. Did you manage to get out of it before the game? How much would it cost you in locates? The locates cost, that's another thing. Locates were like $1,000 for like 160,000 shares. Or like maybe $2,000. They were very cheap. So, Did you manage to get out before the game? I did manage to get out before the game started. I didn't want to have anything after hours. How much? Okay, there you go. And that's about it. So that's how you lose and make quite a bit of money. And I look forward to tomorrow. I'm not shooting for anything big. If something comes up, great. If it doesn't, oh well. I'm happy about the way I traded today. I'm happy about the way I traded even on. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm happy about the way I traded even yesterday. You know, I know that it sounds crazy, but the way that I got myself out of that position, with everything going on and what happened, I wish that I could have recorded everything of what happened. It was a pretty wild nightmare. But anyways, guys, that's really it for me today. Appreciate you guys subscribing, and NorMagoTrading.com community. Clicking the icon below if I make new videos. What's going on, Mia Lomi? I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, and you know, I'll learn a ton from that loss and this win. So, what's going on, Jake? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.